Hey guys, here's your lesson for Friday, April 3rd. And again, we're going to continue on with step functions. So, yesterday we looked at what a step function was, what it looks like, and today we're going to talk about how to graph the step function in the coordinate plane. So, step function, okay? You'll know it's a step function because all of our y values here only have one value. There's no variables. Okay, and here's our x values. If I break this up like this. Okay, so we have our y-axis and our x-axis. And all we do is we always start with the y. So let's take the first one. We have 5. So I find 5 on the y-axis. And I'm going to put dots on -2 and 0. Now what you have to ask yourself are we making a closed circle or an open circle? Well, -2 has a line underneath its inequality symbol, so we're going to make a closed circle. So x is 5, and we're going over to -2. Closed circle. Color it in. The other dot we're making is at x is 0. Open circle because the inequality has no line underneath it. So x is 0, open circle. And I connect the dots. That's it. That's step number 1. Step 2, okay, we go to y equals 3. Okay, and we're going to go over to x equals 0. And we're going to make it a closed circle because its inequality sign has a line underneath it. And the same thing with 2, only 2 is going to be open because the inequality does not have a line underneath it. Close it up. And the last one, y equals 1. Okay, we're plotting circles on the point y equals 1. We're putting a circle on x equals 2. We're making it closed because it has a line underneath it. So y equals 1 and x equals 2, closed circle. And then y equals 1 and x equals 4, open circle. Connect the dots. And that's it. We've done all 3 steps. Example 2. So, I have my y values and my x values. Okay, so we have y equals 8. Y equals 8 is right here. I'm not putting a point, sorry, I didn't mean to put a line there. Just showing you where y equals 8. So we're putting a point on x equals 0 and x equals 3. So when y equals 8 and x equals 0, it's a closed circle because the inequality is closed. When y equals 8 and x equals 3, we put an open circle because there's no line on the inequality. Check. Alright, y equals -2. We're going over to x is 3 and putting a closed circle because its inequality is closed. Then we go over to x is 6 and we put an open circle because the inequality has no line. And the last one, y equals 5. So I'm going to go over to x is 6 and I'm going to put a closed circle. And then x is 9, I put an open circle. That's it. That's all 3 steps. This is done. I think you guys will find step functions pretty easy when you're graphing them. And the last one, okay, if we just look at it without even reading it, we can tell that the table is blank. There's some missing pieces here which we have to fill in. So let's read the problem. It says, it costs $1.50 for the first mile driven in a taxi cab, and 75 cents for each mile, or fraction of a mile, thereafter. The taxi will only drive to a destination up to 8 miles. Complete the table below and draw the graph that models this cost. So it says $1.50 for the first mile driven. Okay, well the first mile is going to be between 0 and 1, right? So it's going to cost $1.50. Every mile after that, we're adding 75 cents for each additional mile. So for the next additional mile, we're going to add 75 cents. Oops. So $1.50 plus 75 cents is going to give us $2.25. And we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep going, adding by 75. You get $3. Add another 75. We get $3.75. Plus another 75. We get $4.50. Another 75. We get $5.25. Plus another 75 cents gives us $6 plus 75 cents gives us $6.75. Now let's fill in the rest of the chart on the other side, the x values. Okay? So you can see the pattern here. We have 0, x is between 0 and 1, x is between 1 and 2, x is between 2 and 3. Well, that pattern is going to continue, so you can put an x. Okay? And if you look, we're going 0, 1, 2. Let's continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we also look, the inequality symbols are the same in each side. Okay? All these inequality symbols have no line underneath. As where the other ones do. So we're drawing inequality symbols with lines underneath for all of the rest. Now the table's complete. Okay, so let's graph what we have. Remember, we have our x-axis, which here represents our miles. And then we have our y-axis. I'm going to give myself some space, so I'm going to have to write some numbers in, which represents our cost in dollars. Okay, we also have to write numbers on the line, right? Sometimes this seems to be the hardest part. So if we look at the number of miles, we need to start with 0 and end with 8. So I'm going to start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, that's just enough. Now for the y-axis, we're going by, we have decimals. So I wouldn't start labeling it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to have some decimal points. And I think we only have enough space for increments of half or 0.5. So I'm going to start with 50 cents as the first one and continue up, increasing by 50 cents. So 50 cents, $1, $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $3, $3.50, $4, $4.50, $5, $5.50, $6, $6.50, $7, $7.50. Okay, so we go up to $7.50, and that covers our whole range of the y-axis, right? We start at 150, we end at 675. That's perfect. Okay, so now we just graph our step function like we've done in the last two examples. So we look at our y values first. We're starting at $1.50, so we're starting here. And I can actually highlight that so you can see we're starting here. So, at $1.50, on the $1.50 line, we're going over to x equals 0 and 1. We're putting points on x equals 0 and x equals 1. So at x equals 0, it's an open circle because the inequality is open. X equals 1 is closed because the inequality has a line underneath it. Connect the lines. It's a tiny little line. Done. Next one, $2.25. So I'm going to go up to $2 and the next one's $2.50. So it has to be kind of in the middle here. This is $2.25. So I'm going over to $1 open circle and $2 closed circle. Draw a line. This one's done. And finally we have $3. So I'm going to start with x equals 2 and x equals 3 at the $3 line. So x equals 2 is an open circle, x equals 3 is closed. And you continue this process throughout the whole thing. So I'm just going to kind of continue here. 375 has to be in between. We start with 3 and we end at 4. $4.50. We start with 4 and with 5. $5.25. Start with 5, end at 6. $6. Start with 6, end at 7. And the last one, $6.75. We start at 7 and we end at 8. And there's your step function. Okay? If you have any questions with this, guys, feel free to email me, text me, or we can schedule a video chat or during my office hours, whatever you prefer. Just reach out to me and I will find time, and I have plenty of time on my hands, so I will make sure that we can talk about the work. Alright guys, I miss you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.